Yeah! All right. Welcome to Fantasy Sports Addicts Anonymous. My name is Tom. I am a fantasy sports addict. And Fantasy Sports Addicts Anonymous 2017 best of. Can you believe it? What a year. What a year indeed. That's too much light. That's whatever. We're going to talk about the best of it, the worst of it. That lighting is really shit. So, fuck the lighting. 2017, how was your season? Well, your year. How many seasons did you have? Probably a lot if you're a fantasy sports addict. I had a lot. Oh, holy hell. Did I ever have a lot? I mean, I had a lot this year. It was 2017. I fidgeted and I spun. I lost and I won. And hopefully you had a little bit of the same. We can just get right through it and get into it. I mean, let's talk about all the things we did this year, 2017, at Fantasy Sports Addicts Anonymous. I guess, it aged us all. I mean, we're all a little bit, a little older now. Good God. Some of us have aged quite a bit. I'm not going to lie. In fact, I'll be quite frank about it. Yeah, that's right. Oh, God damn, this year. 2017 has aged me tremendously. How old I am now. So old with my old person hair, in which I will now be listing off old people things of frankness, because that's what we do with the best of and worst of 2017. That's right. Let's get right into it. I have a few awards I would like to award to people. And this is just, freewheeling it, riffing it. Every year we do several sports, and I like pay attention to people's names and see how they name their teams and see if there's any kind of exciting naming. It's real. See, it's real. Best team name of 2017. That's right. Cubby, this goes to you for 2017 FSAA Fantasy Football. Big Powell movement. Oh, yeah. Now your team did sort of take a shit, but that's all right. That's all right. It was a Big Powell movement. And incidentally, we had a horrible, horrible team name. It's the worst team name in all of 2017 of any sport. But this is 2017 baseball. Old Mick Bronson's Farm. Old Mick Bronson's Farm. Yeah, that's right, Bronson. In baseball and basketball, you are the farm team. That's right, Mr. Prospects. Oh, I'm building for the future. 2020, eyes on the prize. Future vision, 20, blah, 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 blah. Mr. Farm Team, Old Mick Bronson. Okay. Now, this is like a serious award. This is a good one. It's a major reward. Okay. Sticking with, oh, by the way, 'twas the night before Christmas. And all through the oldness was an old person with actually old baldness. That's me. I lost my hair playing fantasy sports this year. I'll tell you all about it. Well, let's get back to the awards, okay? Did I mention I'm bald now? I really got to milk this gag because I spent, a long time putting hair into it. The best dynasty rebuild. All right. This is somebody who, maybe came into a league, a dynasty league or whatever, or just turned a team around. This goes to Cubby's friend, David. David with the 2017 FSAA Dynasty Baseball rebuild came in and, that's how you rebuild. Granted, he inherited a pretty decent team, but Bronson. I mean, seriously, just uh, that's right. Worst rebuild. There we go, Bronson. Bronson, come on down. Just taking the cake. Okay, so good team name, good dynasty rebuilding, and now this next one. Begging my pardons. It's my show now, so here we go. Best dramatic sequence. As you know, when you play fantasy sports, maybe you have a league of your own or a league of her own in which there's drama, things happen, conflicts among managers. This is the best dramatic performance sequence seen by a manager in an FSAA league. And this one was a toss up this year. This was tough. There were a lot of good entries. I was in the category. I was in the running here for this. There was video of me on YouTube. Oh, those were real tears and shit. There was blood. I bled for this channel. So I was in multiple times. There were some other dramatic sequences that took place. There was a great Twitter war that took place between Cubby and another manager, and that other manager, of course, was Triss. Triss put up a hell of a performance. I mean, it was, when we're talking about all-time dramatic performances of quitting and coming back and quitting and coming back. I mean, we saw it a couple of times this year, didn't we? Didn't we see that? Wasn't that funny? We saw it a few times. But I gotta say, best dramatic performance of 2017 has to go to none other than star. He who shall not be named, Mr. Triss. Triss, you somehow simultaneously became, well, I mean, again, the most talked about and most hated manager in any of our leagues. You had to be replaced. We had to replace you just because everybody was like, "Aah!" And it was great. And thank you for that drama. It has since subsided. But yes, you took the cake. Your Twitter exchange with Cubby, playing in traffic, all of it, the quitting, the coming back. Now, again, I hate to be a runner-up in this category, but I feel like you deserve the win on that. Now, worst dramatic performance was Ryan's quitting, because it was really just sort of like a message board thing. And it was really sort of just like, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it was, at least Triss went out with some fucking flair, some panache, I mean, for Christ's sake. I mean, Ryan just, like, basically, like, hi, guys. I'm taking my ball and I'm going home. I'm in a message board post. P90X. So let's give it up for P90X, everybody. Story of the year, P90X. P90X. P90X, hands across America for Ryan and P90X. And let's hope it's still going. I mean, we're all doing our own P90X. One step, one P, 190, one X at a time, And yeah, so that concludes the best and worst of at least awards. Let's really get into this though. What happened this year? We had same kind of thing happen usually we do in basketball. There's some tanking, some controversy, right? Drama. Oh, well, fuck. That's new news. Whoa. Right? Wow, what a big fucking deal. We had, a lot of chaos with people quitting and throwing tantrums. And, I mean, it really has cast a shadow on what's happening going forward. We've got this issue with the website where the website's down, right? Constantly. And it's back, and then it's down, and it's back, and then there's a DNS server thing, and then a PHP, and a whatever the fuck had to be updated. I mean, it's back now. We got people complaining, like, oh, well, I might go crawling back to such and such and, like, write some in-depth fucking blowjob piece about fucking sucking their nuts. And Andrew, just post an article at FSAA's website. That's fantasysportsaddicts.com. Website's back. I would like to project that for the future, 2018. The other thing I want to project for 2018 is not only will the website remain. Now, this would be the point of the video where, like, if I was doing it not live, I would cut my hair, I would edit, like, oh, whoa, my sleek new haircut for the future. But I'm not going to do that. And since it's the night before Christmas, I think this is really hilarious to go into Christmas with. So you all just have to, like, pretend like, oh, wow, we're going forward into time. We're traveling. Actually, you know what? Maybe this is a sign. It's like that fucking Seinfeld episode where Costanza's got to tell the guy he's bald now, Like, yeah, what can I do? Live, damn it, live! Right? Because in many ways. Yep, right. But yes, going into 2018, who knows? Maybe I will be. God, where are my notes? Sorry, if you can't tell, I'm a little not coordinated. Again, hair's falling out. I'm getting old. Yeah, let's talk about that. And we'll talk about all the videos we're going to start doing. This I could have taken into public, but I have this thing about public. I went into public. I call it public like it's some sort of mysterious space because I have this anxiety issue, right? But I went out last minute Christmas shopping, right? Like, woo, what are we going to get for the people we don't really like? Which is everyone. And I swear to Christ, there were people like nodded out. And I'm not talking about like, oh, what a long day of shopping and oh, wow, I had a hard day at work. No. Christmas heroin, I guess, is in vogue now. Christmas heroin. So I don't think I'll take the baldness out into the oh, by the way, I like butchered myself badly. That hurt. It's very hard to shave baldness into yourself when you're not bald. Yeah. Fantasy baseball's coming up. I don't know if you noticed this. We talked about it amongst ourselves. We're all very excited for it. We're going to get into some nonsense here pretty quick. Yahoo, I don't know if you noticed this. Yahoo has suddenly gone into whoop, quiet down mode, right? You go back to Yahoo where we play our leagues, and there is no baseball section anymore. There is no player's view, okay? It's just blank. Thank you for playing. Come back soon. And you know what that means? If I had a watch, that'd be ticking. And the clock's ticking. Yahoo Fantasy Baseball will be back soon. And Fantrax would comment, oh, why not play on Fantrax? Hey! Shut up and then shut your dick hole, okay? Because we're not playing Fantrax. That's right. We got to talk about the F&A League, which is James's league. We're going to get into that when it transfers to Yahoo. And that's a cautionary tale for 2018. Shohei Ohtani. Now, we can all look forward to another worst team name in 2018 by Bronson, which will be Brotani 2020, or some variation thereof, Brotani something, because he is all in on Shohei Ohtani. But of course, because we're on Yahoo, and it's Yahoo, right? Nope, let's not make it make sense. Two players. One player becomes two. To become one. It's like a fucking Spice Girls song. It's lovely. So Bronson, he's going to have two Ohtanis and somehow find a way to make that work with his dynasty team that's 45 prospects deep. I mean, you should see this. It's hilarious. We'll do many videos about it coming up in 2018 about what not to do in Dynasty Baseball. Andrew, you may have covered this, Andrew from Fantasy Aid. We're going to talk about our sleepers. Yeah, we're going to talk about our busts. We're going to talk about our rookies. Okay. We're going to talk about all the stuff that everybody else is going to tell you, and we're going to talk about all the same things they're going to tell you. And then we're going to shit all over it because that's what we do. Because we're addicts, not experts. All right. We'll talk about draft strategies, because a lot of times when you're drafting, it's not about like, well, if you're playing for money, maybe you're like, well, but this and that and this and that. Yeah, no, there's a little bit of advanced stats, but mostly it's like, and you're looking at the guy across the room, the draft room, and he's looking at you, and she's looking at you, and she's looking at him, right? Everybody's looking this way, this and that. Yeah, that's what it's about. It's not about, hard hit rate and elevating the ball. Any of that? No. Oh, oh, we've got everybody say talk about my team. I'll get to your teams. Okay, I'll talk about winners. We can talk about winners. See, it's just so long ago. I mean, I was talking about the future, man. The future. Now we got to talk about the past again. All right. Well, we got to dig up the past. We'll talk about the past again. We'll talk about who won leagues in 2017. But in 2018, let me tell you. Okay, not only are we all going to pay less or more in taxes, depending on tax reform affecting you, but we're going to all pay less or more in auction drafts, depending on how crazy we are, right? We're going to talk about beginners draft strategies. What's that? What do you do if you've never done a fantasy baseball league before? Go crazy, right? I'm telling you, this is really, really going to be special, okay? And since we're talking baseball, our good buddy Andrew from Fantasy Aid, if you haven't checked him out yet, Fantasy Aid 1 on Twitter, at Fantasy Aid 1. Also look for his YouTube channel. Give him a subscribe. Check out his in-depth analysis and, I guess, crawling back to old flames. Don't do it, Andrew. You're better than that. But yes, check him out. And where was I going with that? I don't know where I was going with that. The phone's blowing up again. Okay, all right. Since it's blowing up again and I don't want to miss it, since we were talking baseball, and somebody remind me what I was talking about if you can. We're going back to 2017 here. FSAA Dynasty. Remember I talked about the awards a little bit ago with David? He won that FSAA Dynasty Baseball League, okay? He took over Angry Mets fan Joe's team. He had an exit. He had a third strike exit. It was very not dramatic. Unlike Ryan, which was also just it was bad dramatics. But David took over and David kicked ass. Yes. Yay, David. League of Evil. That's my Dynasty Baseball League. And that was Nate. Reverend Nate Dogg. He's always good. And of course, almost completely FSAA three-peat here. James at Cubby Knoll on Twitter, right? Talk about his teams. We're going to talk about James's teams a lot, I got a feeling about. I mean, we always talk about James's teams a lot, but we're going to talk about James's teams a lot, I think, in 2018. I mean, we're going to talk about his league a lot, but we got FSAA Roto Baseball, FSAA Head-to-Head Baseball. That's where James has shone like a star. I don't have a song for that. I was going to sing something. Also, Ryan, formerly Ryan, Fantasy Hall of Fame, James won that league. So that was three baseball leagues, one dynasty. But yeah, James. Was that enough James for everybody? Enough Cubby? Okay. Seriously, this one joke, this one sight gag was all for Cubby. So, like, if you like it, thumbs up on the video, and then, God damn it, I can't wait to shake my head after this. Yes, more 2018. Okay. Sometimes you get stuck in a draft, right? You're in this draft and maybe it's a slow draft, maybe it's an offline draft, whatever. There's a lot of reasons it might be slow. People are beep, 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 right? Well, we got to think for that. We'll get to that. We're going to get to that. Somehow, some way, We're going to get trophies for these things. Never get rid of my haircut. Apparently, I'm never supposed to get rid of this haircut. Trophies are coming for people in these leagues. We got to get back on that. This was, and here we go. All right. The Golden Locker. This is a lovely, right? Woo! Right? You got your little picture here. I don't know what the fuck that was. Right? You got your hot buns. Woot won this, and I don't know. I think this is, I don't know, some basketball league, I'm assuming. But we're going to get back on the trophies for everybody. As we know, everybody loves trophies and awards and like talk about my team and all that, right? So we're going to do that. I got some interviews coming up. I want to talk to some people about some things because clearly I'm an addict, not an expert. I can't be taken seriously. So I'm going to ask these motherfuckers who take themselves seriously a few questions about how serious they are about fantasy sports, because clearly the only seriousness I have is, I don't know, just playing fantasy sports and talking about it. I'd like to know if anybody has any special requests going forward, any kind of videos you want to see. I want to get back to some more of the staged, pre-planned, multiple camera angles and nice production and editing. I want to get back to some of that. That'd be fun. A little acting, a little shtick, singing, dancing, the whole thing I like to do. You got any suggestions, please leave in the comments. What else do we want to talk about in 2018? I feel like there's just sort of oh yeah. Keenan, you're gonna win the FSAA football league. That's nice. That looks good. Unless Juju. My God, Juju. Don't run into some bad Juju tomorrow. If you run into some bad Juju, out the window. Yeah. What else we got? Okay. Yeah, special requests. I'll save the thanks and in memoriam for the end part. JD, I was gonna make a shit talking video for you in Keenan's football league, but I decided, that's not my style. Do I look like a guy who wants to talk any shit? Like this haircut, is this hair talking shit to anybody? How much shit is being talked with this sort of bald thing going on? None. So it's a close match in Keenan's league. High scoring offense on my team seems to be sort of like, whoop. It's coming down to a few players, 5 players between us, I believe, tomorrow. So good luck. That's the shit talk I have. Is there an elephant in the room? I mean, I feel like we've glossed over something. James, have we glossed over anything? I feel like, is there anything that needs to be resolved for 2018 before we move on to 2018? I mean, what's left over from 2017? We exorcised the demon Triss. He's come back as reformed Triss. He's very quiet, like a church boy in the pew, What's well, yeah, new baseball categories. There might be some new statistical categories for the baseball leagues. We've talked about that, right? We've mentioned it. Ryan and I never really got on the same page for that, unfortunately, last season. We'll get on that, going forward with the committee of evil or whatever we call ourselves, but that's not exactly what it's a heavier elephant. What's out there? Is there something out there? I feel like I'm missing something. I mean, God damn, there's something we got to resolve for 2018. What is it, everybody? What is it? Let's put our thinking caps on, huh? Oh, yep, the bald cap. Yep. There we go. Yep. There we go. All right, what else we got? What do we got? Come on, there's something else. Somebody, come on, feed me. Come on. I'm eating or something, whatever. What is it? Besides the fact that I can't goddamn dig my way out of the gutter in fantasy basketball this year. Oh, holy dick snacks. That's 2018 guys' problem next fall. What is it? There. Oh, wait, I remember what it is. Oh, wait, let me fluff it back up so it looks real good there. There we go. Wait. See, yeah, there we go. See, I think I'm gonna dye it. I'll keep this around and just I'll dye it a color. Like, no, see, that's too neat. Although, here's neat. That's not bad. I could do like a Raoul Duke sort of like Fear and Loathing sort of thing, right? I could do if I did gray, I could be Captain Picard. I like that with the heart surgery thing, right? If I'm Captain Picard, that's fitting. I get stabbed in the heart with the Klingon, but no, I think I'll go back to the Frank. I'm calling it the Frank or the Carl. There we go. Yeah, I get that. Like, yeah, right like that. There we go. Okay. Now we can get into some nonsense. Let's talk about that elephant in the room. What is it? What is it? Yeah, we talked about that. It's Ryan. And here it is. What is going on? Ryan's in the basketball leagues, right? Why is Ryan in the basketball leagues? Well, we don't know, other than the fact that I was stuck in the hospital. That was a big fun fucking part of 2017. All that bleeding and fucking hospital, fucking organ failure, and well, fucking sob story, fucking a mile long. But let's think about what the fuck we're gonna do, because we got this dude, this instigator, this malingerer, this, quite frankly, a cancer in the hoops leagues. I don't care if he's in first. I don't care if he's in last. I don't care what he's doing. He's just sort of there by default. But we got baseball leagues coming up. These leagues are the holy of holies that have been going longer than anything, and he has violated all of our holy of holy rules. I haven't heard peep. I don't know if anybody else has heard peep. I'd like to hear a peep. Peep would be nice. But without a peep, unable to move forward. So, peep away, Mr. Bird, if you would. You want to come back? Tris did sort of run your teams into the ground. But, they're still there. Now, Tris, you really didn't do that bad of a job. I mean, you did your job. Ryan's team's on autopilot. Ryan, if you want your teams back, you just got to kind of maybe let someone know, specifically me, since I'm the commissioner. Yeah. Because right now, my vote still stands. Well, I voted for Mayhem. Andrew, I don't know if your vote still stands for Mayhem. That means, vote to kill, vote to kick. Try votes you out. I think we'd probably, a lot of us, welcome Ryan back potentially, but we'll see what happens. I mean, I'd like to hear something. I mean, it does. I don't need a big flowery kiss my ass. I don't need a mwah, mwah, I don't need nothing like that. Sorry to be so animated, but I mean, I really, a little something would be nice for my troubles. Migrating the website, salvaging that, salvaging his league, my league, every fucking FSAA league, all the other shit. But that's enough bitching about 2017. 2018 gonna be fine, because again, just like all of our other leagues, Ryan don't come back. Just like if you don't come back, you don't come back. We got people lined up round the block. Just round the block. Concentric circles, right? Yeah, no, literally, like, anybody could be replaced. So hopefully it's not you, and it's not you because you're here. So thank you for being here. I want to give that thanks in memoriam. I think in memoriam, let's start with Ryan. You dead bastard. You want some resurrection and some redemption? You know how the fuck to get a hold of me. You want to get into some of this nonsense? Come on. Let's come back. Come on back. Let's get into some of this nonsense. Right? Come on. FSAA is looking for I don't know, 2 partners. Andrew, we're looking for some articles from you. Everybody else, thank you for hanging around. In memoriam to Ryan. Tris, I guess you're still alive, so you're sort of around. We got new categories. We're going to fix some playoff settings. 2018 is not going to be as chaotic and hectic. I can promise that. I mean, I know I lost a lot of hair. I think it'll grow back. One of these days, I'm going to look like Fantasy Jesus again. No. But if I stay bald long enough, I can get the horns glued back on. See, I think I went too bald for like a Jack Nicholson sort of thing, which would have been fun. I also kind of wanted to do a Beetlejuice sort of thing, but now I'm really just stuck with this like weird clown hair. I think I'm going to go frighten some children on Christmas Eve. What do you say, everybody? Should I go do that? Thumbs up, comment, subscribe, all that. Tell your friends. Play some fucking fantasy sports in 2018. Come by our website, fantasysportsaddicts.com. Hit us up on Twitter at letter F, letter S, we're double letter AFSAA. What else? What else? Anything else? Anything else? Anything else? Yeah. Fantasy gods, please grant me the serenity to set my ideal lineup, courage to add drop aggressively, and the wisdom, as always, to make good trades, scare little children on Christmas Eve, shave your head like a clown, get kicked out of your own league or quit your own league, have a huge dramatic fight, name your team really well about poop, come into a league you've never played with before and kick its ass, and make 2018 a really great time. FantasySportsAddicts.com is the website. We're addicts, not experts. See you all 2018 in hell, and fuck you 2017. Woo! But seriously, thank you, everybody. And thank you again, Melinda, for helping with the website. And also, baseball's coming, baby. Yeah.